Hey everybody, it's me, Hetty, and today I'm going to show you how I make my classic Southern style butter beans. And for those of you that don't know, butter beans are Lima beans, and I just grew up, we called them butter beans. So anyway, when I was little I thought they were separate beans, but my mother told me different. So I have known that for a very long time. Anyway, I'm going to show you today. I'm going to be making it with bacon, but I don't have a really yummy ham bone, which is why bacon's my second favorite way to use it. But whether you use salt pork, whatever you like to use, but my favorite methods are either just a nice ham bone with some ham still left on it, or bacon. And today it's going to be bacon. And whether you eat it in a bowl like this with a big old hunk of cornbread, or you put it on your plate with your greens and your cornbread and maybe some rice, or even delicious just creamed potatoes. But anyway you like it, let's get started. Right here I actually have a whole pound of bacon in this skillet right now. This is my cast iron skillet. And you're going to see in the next video coming up after this one, I actually am only going to use, I've only got about 1.5 pounds of butter beans I'm making today. So I'm going to use a half of pound of bacon for this dish, even though in the skillet you do see a whole pound of bacon cooking. These are my soaked butter beans. I soaked them overnight. That's just how I do it. And as you can see, I'm showing you, that's just how I do it. That's all I can do is show y'all how I do it. Okay, back to the bacon. It's done. I'm going to take it up. There, I just took it up. There's the grease. I left a little bit of grease in there because my onions are going in next. There's the bacon that I've just pulled away. That pan's hot because I'm videotaping. Normally I wouldn't have it going quite that hot. Now, honestly, just like the bacon, I'm doing double the onions. I had 4 medium onions in here, and they weren't big mediums. They were just medium. They weren't large. They weren't small. So you adjust that according to your liking. But I usually do 2 medium for these butter beans, and then I do 2 medium for the next video, and you'll see what that is. I'm going to throw a lid on this. Sometimes just help them steam up just for literally a couple of minutes. That's 2 minutes later. They start sweating a little bit quicker. And as you can see, now that color is coming from the bacon grease with the residual bacon. I'll let them go about 5 minutes total. Now, I've moved to my stock pot. And you're about to see me pour in the rinsed. I have thoroughly drained and rinsed these butter beans. Any water you see in there, that's just clean water from where I rinsed them. I always rinse mine off a couple of times. And in they go. And by the way, if you are enjoying this content, or you enjoy my content in general, I would appreciate it if you just take a moment and hit like and comment. It helps the channel so much. Subscribe, like, and comment. I appreciate it. Now, as you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to barely cover these butter beans. Now, I'm on the stove, and I was taping by myself. I know it's a tight shot. Sometimes it's really hard to see. I wish I could have zoomed out a little bit, but a little too late for that. Anyway, as you can see, I just barely covered the beans with water. I'm going in with my 1/2 pound bacon. Always remember, the recipe's always down below in the description box. I'm going in with my 2 medium sauteed onions. Now, I never salt my beans. I'm just making mention of that now. I don't salt my beans until the end, because salt, when you're cooking beans, can toughen them. I'm going to give this a little stir. I'm not going to stir it to death or anything like that. Now, I do have the flame on high. It's not up to a boil yet. And I'm going to bring it just to a boil, as you'll see here in just a sec. There you go. It's actually boiling a little too quickly. Just a side effect of filming while you're cooking. I barely usually bring it to a boil, just a light boil when it's starting to boil. But now, as you can see, I've cut it way down, and I'm showing you here. I've shown y'all in many, many videos. This is what you're looking for. See that? Just a little simmer. And that's all you want it to do. Now, I just leave the lid off mine. See, it's still simmering. I'm just updating you. Now this is after about an hour. And I'm going to come in with my seasonings. And in my case, this is up to you. I'm using Cajun because we love that flavor in there. You could use some Hey Hetty. Now I'm adding in salt. I happen to be using kosher, but you can use just regular salt. All the measurements will be down below, but it'll be to your taste. We'll give it a little stir. And at this point, it's just going to simmer here for at least another 20-30 minutes. Okay, so it's been, about 20-30 minutes later. I've switched spoons, as you can see, and I'm coming in and I'm going to mash up the sides. And what this does, and you don't have to do this, but we always did, and it helps. I did a little more off camera, but it does help to thicken the broth. The broth also thickens upon standing. So anyway, I'm just going to let that go for just a little bit more. And we're pretty much done, and I'm going to make you up a bowl. But that bean pot liquor, that is some good eating. Some of my favorite parts. And now I made you up a bowl. This is so delicious, y'all, if you've never had it. And if you want to get a little extra kick here, today I'm using Louisiana hot sauce. I use Tabasco sauce just as much. Some people like that Frank's. I love me some Trappies on there too, but it is delicious, y'all. Well, I sure hope you're going to try this, and I'll have all the alternatives and everything down below, but you got to try it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.